Hi guys, I wanted to do a video to talk about a couple of things that's kind of commonly said. Well, one is, I just wanted to clarify something or help someone understand, or maybe just talk on camera, who knows. But something that people always say is that about judging. Who are you to judge? Only God can judge. Don't judge me. When in actuality, judging is like the biggest key to survival besides breathing and going to the bathroom. It's something that everyone does. It's something that we have to do. I looked up the definition. What is this? Something. Webster's. But it said the ability to make considered decisions or come to a sensible conclusion. Or the second definition would be an opinion or a conclusion. When you go for a job interview, they're judging you to see whether or not you can do the job. When you go out on a date, you're judging the person you're with to see whether or not you want to continue to see them. There's nothing wrong with judging. You can formulate your own opinion. The problem would be condemning. That's the thing that only God can do, and that's the thing that we are wrong to do. You don't have to agree with someone's lifestyle or someone's choice, but to condemn them would be wrong. I went ahead and looked up that definition also. I try to explain this to people when they're talking about judging. When one, we all judge, and I think that's just something people say, don't judge me, when they know that what they're doing may be wrong or they don't want to know the truth. Now, granted, you don't always have to throw your opinion or judgment in someone else's face, but we have every right in the world to have one. Everyone has the right to have one. Condemning is not coming out, but what I mean by condemning is, of course, the actual definition would be a sentence, which is, of course, the only thing that God can do. But to talk about, to embarrass, to humiliate, to put down, that would be condemning. I can say, oh, I don't like something that you like, or I think that's gross. But for me to put you down for it, oh my God, what is wrong with you? You are so stupid to be. That would be condemning, and that's the part that's people should not do. You have no right to do that. You can judge it all you want and say you don't like it, but to condemn it, no. And okay, here's the definition of condemn: to express complete disapproval of, typically in public, or to sentence someone to a particular punishment. You really don't have a right to do that. I mean, unless you're a judge in a court or something. But hopefully that helps people understand it's okay to judge. And it's all right to express your judgment as long as it's respectful. It's all right to pretty much express anything as long as it's respectful, even though people take it the wrong way, especially here on YouTube. But it is what it is. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the truth of how you were really born. I'm still getting a lot of hate comments on the video I did how long ago about transsexuals, which I did the video mostly out of anger because I was upset about some things that was said, because I called one a he, which it is what it is. But our souls don't have a gender, so it's like you were born into the wrong body. What was born into the wrong body? Your brain? The only other thing would be soul. And for a lot of them to be atheists, how can you believe your soul is put in the wrong body, but you don't believe in God? Now, the reason why I came up with this conclusion about the souls not having a gender, I was watching TPN the other day, and he was talking about being married and being single, and told a story about the Pharisees, how they tried to trick Jesus, and asked Jesus, well, if a woman marries a man and a man dies and she remarries, and it went on like she remarried a million times and they all died, when she died and went to heaven or goes to heaven, whose wife is she? And Jesus said, we'll be single in heaven. So then that made me think, so what about our children? Then that made me think some more. Of course, life in the spirit world, or life in the afterlife, or life in heaven is 100% different from the life we live today. Our children pretty much won't even be our children because we didn't create their spirit. God did. You know, he just used our DNA to create them. So in heaven, they're their own person. We are our own people. And the reasons why we have genders is so that we can play a part in the reproduction. Pretty much that's it. I don't think angels have genders. I don't think so. I've never read anything about an angel having a gender because they don't need to. They don't need to reproduce. But that's the reason why we have gender. Our soul does not. You know, you kind of understand that. The mistakes we make now, the things that we think about now, the things that we're worried about now, it's not, and it does not matter then. Now, I really don't have a problem with transsexuals. I just feel like, just like with gay people or people who lie or people who steal, people who do anything, be honest about your shit. You know, I'm very honest about the things that I've done, mistakes that I've made, and I don't try to put labeled or sugarcoat it. And I don't get mad when someone has their opinion of it. You can think what you want to think. You have every right to do that. But it is what it is. You know, you can't get mad at everyone who does not agree with it. You can't get mad at everyone who does not do it, because I've never put anyone deliberately down. I just speak my opinion, and I speak the truth, and I try to speak it in the most respectful way. I really do. But sometimes it is what it is. And if you're really trying to prove that what you're doing is not wrong, regardless of what it is, bashing people is not helping your cause at all. So basically, you know, you were born whatever gender you were born with. You decide to change your mind, and you have every right to do that because you have control over your body. That's pretty much the only thing we have control over is our body. We barely have control over ourselves, especially with all these other influence, including, you know, drugs, whatever. But yeah, video is running a little longer than what I wanted, and I just wanted to talk about that. And I probably didn't record right because it's really shaky. I see. Thanks. So yeah. Speaking of born, I'm still waiting for mine to be born. Why are you bothering me? You have this placemat? Yeah. Thanks. Still waiting for mine to be born. A few more weeks. Wish me luck. Later, Gators. Thanks for watching, and try not to be too negative in the comments.